So for a while, like I said, they were toasting me as the common man, the common person, the person that would fight for the common man. And well, my people really got into it and really got behind it. Like I say, I love my Germans, I love my Irish, I love all my people because, they got behind me like crazy. Because and they went around telling stories and talking about me like I was just like the common person. I was just like a normal person. I didn't go with the rich and more powerful than thou kind of thing. And well, I mean, like I'm the epic creator of like stars and galaxies and stuff like that. And it's like, well, I never was that way. I've always been just, kind of just a normal kind of person. I mean, yeah, I invented aircraft and steamships and the stars and water and 12 types of life and everything else like that. And yeah, basically I made some people actually even feared me. And basically, well, I guess they kind of had an impression, or they expected, because of all the big ships and because of all the big aircraft and because of all the flags and everything else, that I was going to be like this, like, submit, kind of person. And it's like, I was like hey, what's up? What's going on? What? You did what? He did what? Throw him off the ship. Anyway, I was like that. So there goes the Earl of Cummington. I don't remember what it was. You have to look at the logbooks. You'll have to look at the logbooks. But yeah, one person, they threw him off the bridge or threw him off the balcony, basically. It's a 60-foot drop. They're like, I don't think you live, sir. I'm like, oh, okay. My bad. That's on me. Anyway, so yeah, it was, they threw someone off the top of a ship. And technically that was an act of war. And that was one time. And and there were other times when other people were like, I'm the Duke of whatever, I'm the Earl of whatever, and they were trying to order my captains around, and I said, look, you know what? No, the captain on board that ship, he's king right now. He's king of that ship. That's his ship, basically. He has to enforce my rules, and basically, no, he goes where I tell him to go, or whatever, or what he choose, some will, basically, but I said, no, I'm not going to endanger the ship, and no, you can't order the ship around. It's basically, it has to be like some sort of real act. Like, there's starving people in China, and we have to break through the blockade. I listed a couple examples of basically like, because there's other people that wanted to talk to me to get me to go somewhere else. I'm like, he doesn't like it, so, or something like that, and they wanted to do something stupid, and I was like, no, and one time I was like, well, if the captain thinks it's safe, then okay, I guess that's okay. Anyway, like they wanted to go off course or something like that a little bit or something like that. And I think it might have ended up being a pirate trap or something like that. I don't really remember exactly. There was a lot of little times where it was like this and like that. And sometimes I was going, I should have stuck with my gut. You never could listen to the passengers. There was a couple of times. And basically they're all lost to time and space, and it doesn't really matter anymore because like one time, like one of my ships was attacked in an ambush or whatever, because this one guy wanted to go see some thingy, and it turned out to be an ambush, and it's like, oh, of course it was an ambush, duh. So like my captains, like like I say, running a ship, being a captain of a ship, is basically just like being president of a country. It's just like it. You got to act, you got to do things. In many ways, being a captain of a ship is just like being president. You're president of a ship, basically. So pretty much you fly by certain orders, and basically everything past that, you got to be just like a president, and that's another reason why we do a chain of command on ships, because it goes, it's just like a government, just like a president. It's basically the captain, the second mate, and so on and so forth. And that's kind of why we also got those orders, because another thing is, there are other times when people were like, well, who do I listen to? Do I listen to this person? And it was like, well, captain, and then down the chain of command, basically. And other people, eventually they got it. But I mean, I had to kind of like, and then I was asked a lot of questions. I was like, well, because I was owner. All of a sudden I was like, I went from being from being leader of basically races on vacation to basically being owner of Lucifer White Star Lines, and it's like, okay, let's go. And basically, I was on vacation and leading people. So it was kind of weird for a minute there because, like I said, I mean, I was Brian on vacation and called back in service. Anyway, so people were just communicating with me every now and then about little things. So little things come up. So they were just like, ring, ring. And I'm like, yes. Anyway, so like we had a couple of, and then after a while, like I say, after a couple of years or whatever, my captains just basically know how to act. And pretty much we get it written down in books on how to act and proper procedures and all that other stuff. And then basically after about 65 years, I'm like, just relaxing. Everything's just taken over like a Rolex or a watch. So where I don't really have to do anything. It's almost kind of boring. I kind of miss it. I actually miss it. I do miss it because it's like I was the commander of a large company, and I always like saying Lusifer Star mining and shipping. Because it's like I never got to say it that much. And it was like my pride and joy because it was my company, and like it's like I'm creator of galaxies and this and that, but I mean it was like my little company, and it's like my little my little half the world company. It was like my little company that's half the world. So even on vacation I was like making money and being rich. So I was creator and Lucifer Star Brian on vacation, rich. So like I was living a double life where I was rich man in both lives. So it was kind of weird. It was really weird. It was really, really weird. Because I was Lucifer Star and Brian, and still doing things. So, and it gets all complicated and stuff like that. But that's kind of how it was, basically, and that's basically my existence, pretty much in how like I was making decisions, on the fly as the leader of White Star Lines. I mean, I'm Lucifer Star, but I'm Brian on the weekends. So yeah. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, and then my people just, and like I say, a lot of my rules were just basic and loose, and basically it was like, well, if you want to get high, just as long as you don't die, and don't jump off the ship. So, I really didn't mind a little drunkenness and a little bit of highness, and we had like a little jail just in case. We had to I think the first time that we had to lock up someone, they locked them in the broom closet or something like that, and like barred the door or something like that, and posted a guard or something. But then later on we got a real jail down there, and like there's this little jail mostly for drunks or people that got in a fight or this or that, and it's like, all right, 24 hours in the hole, in the cell basically, and late dinner or something like that, just like stupid little things like you've been bad, stop it. It's like, I know you're Irish, it's okay. Irish and alcohol. Like I say, I love them. I love the Irish. I love the Irish. I really do. I mean, because like I say too, during the war though, there were times when the Irish were like, all right, time to get serious, guys. And it's like, and they were like, and it's like, oh damn. Oh damn. It's just like the Irish did, just like, it's almost like when they're messing around and playing around and getting drunk and stuff like that, they're fighting and doing all kinds of stupid shit. But when it's that time to go to war, or when it's that time to get down, they were like, yes, sir. And I was like, okay, cool. And like they were fearless, absolutely fearless. Like I said, I had a deep respect for them, all my people, all my crew. My captains too. And my captain, it went both ways. So I know now that it's like, the spell has been disillusioned. You find out that the leader, that Lucifer Star is kind of like a little bit of a dork. And it's like, well, yes and no. I mean, there were times when I was, like I say, when I had to nuke Japan. It was not a good day for me. And I cried for hours. And it hurt me. I didn't want to do it. And I felt, and I rationalized it and thought about it. And, you know, like I said, it put me in a 2 week spiral that basically where I just didn't come out of it. I was crying nonstop. And even thinking, what had I done? I was really hard on myself. I was. Because they're my people. And I had just done the one thing I said I'd never do. It wasn't a good moment. It wasn't like I was like, yeehaw. I was like, what have I done? Thousands of years of being the perfect person. I had just done the one thing I said I'd never do.